Hi everyone, Alice here. Today I'm just doing my June wrap up. I'm somewhere different today, I got quite a few books read, not that many, but they're mainly all Alice Oseman based books. I read Heartstopper 1 to 4. I also read Nick and Charlie this winter, Girl in Pieces, and Verity. I'm going to talk a little bit about each book. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm going to talk a bit about it. So hopefully that's quite interesting. So, in terms of Heartstopper, my favourite Heartstopper is actually Volume 4, but the whole series is really enjoyable. Volume 1 is kind of the introduction. You have the introduction to Nick and Charlie. You get to meet them, and then watch them kind of get together, their friendship that builds to a relationship, things like that. Volume 1 and 2 is basically Heartstopper, the series. It's kind of their introduction. There's quite a few chapters in the graphic novel that's in relation to the Heartstopper TV series kind of thing, like for example Crush, First Kiss. Volume 3 is when you start learning a bit more to do with Charlie's eating disorders, mental health, things like that. And how Nick doesn't know how to help. He's struggling to work out how to help Charlie. Things like that. But Volume 4, that had me in tears. Volume 4, it was definitely my favourite out of the book series, the graphic novel series. Because it's to do with when you know you can't really help someone, but you love them, so you want to do everything you can to help them. It's a really emotional graphic novel, but it's also really powerful. There's a bit in it, I'd hopefully put a screenshot of a bit in it that really made me get pretty emotional. Hopefully the screenshot worked. So I read Volume 1 to 4 pretty much one after the other. Each day I read a volume. I then went on to read This Winter. This Winter was a good book as well. Trying to kind of it was to do with This Winter was to do with, it's not long after Charlie came out of hospital. He was taken to a psychiatric hospital to help with his eating disorder, and it's kind of to do with family, the breakdown of relationship between Charlie and his mum, and how he's feeling. It's from different perspectives, like for example Tori's perspective, Tori and Charlie's younger brother as well. It's kind of to do with just how Christmas it was, the kind of difficulty that was going on and stuff like that. And then I read Nick and Charlie. Nick and Charlie is another novella, and that's to do with Charlie feeling really insecure and scared about Nick going on to university. It's to do with him, his mental well-being and mental health again, to do with how he's struggling with the whole idea of Nick going to university, things like that, and kind of to do with where you actually think that Nick and Charlie are going to break up, and then you realise that their love is so much stronger, they can never really break up. And it's quite a beautiful little book. So for the ratings, I'll do for Heartstopper Volume 1, 5 out of 5. Volume 2, 3 and 4, all 5 out of 5 stars. This Winter, maybe 4 out of 5 stars. And Nick and Charlie, again, maybe 4 out of 5 stars. Another book I read was Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. It's a mental health based story, to do with a girl who's basically not long came out of a psychiatric hospital, how she starts learning to cope and trying to cope with being back outside, her struggles and difficulties with not relapsing, not going back to alcohol or drugs, not going back to her old life, things like that. I enjoyed the story quite a lot. The only issue I had with it is it was a bit too long. I was getting very close to DNFing that book, to be honest, because it was just so drawn out. It was getting quite boring. I still give it 3 out of 5 stars because it was still a well put together mental health story. But I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. The final book I read this month is Verity. A very interesting story by Colleen Hoover. And it's basically, it's to do with transcript, as well as the author's basically writing a book, but she's coming across another story that's kind of not been printed, and it's to do with the main character, Verity, her life story, kind of. I was getting a bit close to DNFing it, to be honest. but I completed it. It was really interesting. Are you team story or the transcript, I believe it's called? But yeah, Verity was pretty good, although I gave it about 3 out of 5 stars, which isn't too bad. So that's my June wrap-up video. I didn't really read too much this month, but what I read I did mainly enjoy. Probably my favourite book of this month was volume 3 of Heartstopper. So this is pretty much my June wrap-up video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and my other videos, then please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Happy reading and bye for now. Bye.